Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and I'm going to do a quick one. I usually like doing these after each set releases. This is the weekend, like the first weekend of the new set, the top played cards on MTG Arena right now. Folks often wonder, like, oh, which cards are seeing play, if you're stingy with wild cards. And while generally we suggest, crafting a deck as opposed to crafting cards, these are cards that are seeing play at least after week one. And we have kind of the details in terms of win rates, stuff like that. For that. So this is April 28th to the May 1st, so it's about 4 days worth of data, 120,000 match sample size, and we're getting these stats from Untapped.gg. It's a companion tool that runs alongside your Arena client, tracks your win rates, losses, aggregates everything. It's free to get started with this if you want to see some of this information. Link is in the bio, or in the video description down below, so you can just follow that link and get all set up. So jumping into it, Streets of New Capenna. The card that people are probably the most hyped about also happens to be the card that's been played the most. Nixis, the Adversary. Powerful Planeswalker, doubles up, seen play in a variety of shells. Rakdos Mid, Rakdos Anvil, Jund, Grixis, Mardu. Pretty much everything under the sun. 12,000 games have featured this card. It's included in 17% of the decks that are played. It's actually only got a 52% win rate in the decks that it is played against. There would be some just kind of bias towards this because there's going to be mirror matches. With it being played in about almost 20% of the games, 1 in 5 games will have it. You're likely to run into other Nixis decks. It is played as a 4 of, so very high kind of numbers there, and kept 87%. Another card that's pretty much packaged with Nixis is Tenacious Underdog. 2 mana, 3/2 that comes back with its Blitz ability. Turn 2 this, turn 3 Ob, you get 2/3 loyalty starting Planeswalkers. This is another card seeing close to 10% of the included decks at 7,200 games. Kept 93% on the play. Then we got the Jund Triome. We got like Xander's Lion, the Grixis, notably Jund a little bit better than the Grixis decks. Rafine Tower and Esper is having a better showing. If you want to see deck stuff like that, I'll have the weekly meta breakdowns with all the decks that have been performing well throughout over the next couple of days. As I record those, kind of go through the data and kind of summarize that. Then we have the kind of angels that are showing up from the new set. We have Giada, Font of Hope, 6,000 for Giada, and then 4,100 for Inspiring Overseer. They're kind of packaged in either Orzhov, Esper, mono white kind of Angels style decks. Decent win rates on these. The Angels decks were doing a little bit better than the Nixis decks, at least from the population we saw, notably because of the life gain, as well as just being able to fly over the top and kind of hit Nixis the turn it comes down. We're seeing those both of 4 ofs. See Riveteer's Charm, Jund Charm come in, kind of packaged with those Jund decks. Card probably as good as like Nixis has been, and kind of I've liked playing it. Elspeth's been my favorite card in the set. I just like using all its abilities. I like it's kind of in a way toolboxy, but not like just digging 7 cards deep with the minus, hitting any permanent or any non-land. Nope, just permanent. So it's been a lot of value there for me. I've played it in a number of shells. I play it in my mono white angel deck. I've played it in like a Mardu Planeswalker deck. It finds Nixis as well, which is kind of cool. So kind of some value in there. We also see Sanctuary Warden, shield counter that kind of draws you cards. This is seeing some play in some of the angel decks as well. Decent win rate on this one, just smaller sample size. Boon of Safety, can't tell you what that does. Put a shield counter on a creature. So just kind of a protection spell, just new kind of like Snakeskin Veil style effect. So seeing play there. Galagreeters, cool card. Works really well in the tokens deck, but just tokens into a meat hook meta is kind of rough. We're seeing 1,200 copies of it being played, 47% win rate. Tainted Indulgence is kind of the looting effect. There's a couple of Reanimator decks that just weren't doing that well. Grixis, Charm, not doing so hot. Big Score, kind of the Izzet combo decks doing so. We have Strangle, powerful new removal spell. It's been pretty good. Similarly with like Void Rend. There's a lot more flexibility with Strangle, just going into more decks, so a bit safer. We see like Lord Xander, Grixis. Grixis on a whole just didn't have a good weekend from what I see from the stats so far. like Jetmir's Charm also just kind of in these token decks with like Ginny Fey. Just hasn't seen that well of the results. It's powerful when it gets going, but Meat Hook just kind of wraps you up. We're seeing like Rafine here and then the Obscura Interceptor. Both these cards were being played in an Esper aggro deck. Basically mono white splash these two cards just as kind of top end card selection. You have better mana fixing now, so just kind of playing with that. And then we're just kind of going into the part where it's just like too low of population right now to actually see what's kind of shaping up. But right now, these are kind of the cards. If you want kind of the safest bet, lands are very good. Lands will get played always, especially if you're going to historic, stuff like that. Or just cards like Tenacious Underdog, we'll see play in the Rakdos deck. We'll see play in like the Jund. We'll see play in the Grixis. Kind of goes into a lot more shells. While Angels is fun of a deck, if it ever gets like super popular, it's very susceptible to board wipes, Vanishing Verse, stuff like that. Like Jada goes into fewer decks. So while you're crafting the same wild card, you could get a lot more play out of something like Tenacious Underdog than Jada Font of Hope. But ultimately, play Magic for fun. If you like one of these cards, if you like the decks, play it in that respect. But just want to kind of wrap this up for like what are kind of the most popular cards after the first weekend of the new set. So like I said, we do weekly meta breakdowns here where we'll go through and kind of explain what are the top performing decks each week for a variety of formats. Those will come out throughout the week. So stay tuned if you want to know when those goes live. Easiest way as always, just hit that subscribe button and it'll let you know when the new video comes out. Anyways, thanks for watching everyone. Hope you have a great one and we'll catch you next time.